God, he's always loved you, and he's always, obviously, he created you. But now you belong to him. Now you don't belong to this out here. Now you belong to him. Now it doesn't mean, obviously, you could still be a normal person, you know. But so nonetheless, I don't have to sit there and go off on that. It is what it is. I'm just saying that there's laws to this universe, and I don't care how stupid that sounds. There's laws to this universe. Look at it out there. It's a lawless world we live in, pretty much. Like spiritually, um, people just aren't protected. They're not protected. They're not protected by, you know, they're not protected by God. I'm not saying God doesn't love those people, but I mean, if you don't belong to God, I'm not. I mean, hey, look, I don't know who God protects and who God doesn't protect. I'm not going to sit here and I'll let God speak for himself. That's why I say, don't listen to anybody. Seek God for yourself. What does God have to say about what I'm saying? That's the question. This is just me talking to you. What does God have to say about what I'm saying? Don't listen to me or anyone. Um, but when somebody, just it's like there's, like I said, there's universal laws, and it doesn't matter what you believe in. It doesn't matter what you believe in, because at the end of the day, everything else is religion or cults. Everything. But there's only one way to have a real, true, relationship where God is active in your life. Whether you see it with your eyes, or you notice it in your situations, or you notice it, a heart change, or something. God, when you open up those doors, God is not going to hesitate. He's right in there. That's why he died. That's your purpose, to have a relationship with him. He will deny no one, as long as somebody's legitimate, wanting to be forgiven and set free, and all this stuff. He will waste no time moving on that person. Again, things don't happen overnight. It's a lifelong process, but he will be right up in there. Trust me. You know, so what else I want to say? That's been the longest 18 minutes of my life. Wow, it's only been 18 minutes? Man, oh man. I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying, wow, like, I'm tired. Um, oh, excuse me. Oh, oh, oh. I'm gonna get a cough drop, Mackenzie. Hang on. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of bouncing from one thing to the next, but within the same topic. But I mean, I'm really trying to, but yeah, I mean, there's definitely universal laws, and when we don't have God's protection and all that stuff, we're pretty much left to ourselves. Hang on. Oh, man. Get some water. I'm sorry, my throat's killing me. I mean, it doesn't hurt. It's It's like it's just dry and scratchy, and it's just horrible right now. Oh, but yep. What time is it? Going on 11. Nice. 5 to 11. Yeah. Yeah, I was never a watch person. I got this watch I got it for work because I don't know, I think I was just going to leave my cell phone home at one point and I just never did. So I got this watch thinking, I mean, I never wore watches. I did when I was younger, whatever, but even then, so I'm kind of stuck with this watch now. It's nice. I mean, I like it. But I don't know. I always really had my phone, and it's just like if I needed the time, just boom, I had my phone. But yeah, I mean, like, but the thing is, um, unless it's work or something, I don't ever carry my phone. You know, like I never carried my phone unless it was for work purposes. Um, so this watch, you know, kind of comes in handy because I don't like, you know, unless I'm using it for work purposes, you know, I leave this phone completely home. Um, like normally, like I mean, if I go to the park or something, you know, I like to sometimes do videos at the park if I want to say hi to you or just, you know, something else, you know, just make some other kind of videos for whoever. I mean, then it's, you know, pretty much I'll bring my phone and even sometimes I'll just even leave it here or whatever. But you know, yeah, it's a pretty nice watch. I like it. Whatever. I mean, I wasn't too crazy about the green band on it. I mean, it's like a rubber band or something. Like it's not it's rubber, but it's just it's weird. I don't know, but I got used to it though. I like it. I mean, it's all right. Um, I was never really a watch person, and I don't know. It is what it is, nonetheless. But yeah, I just wanted to take a break there and just kind of I don't know, talk about whatever, you know. Um, yep. Uh, oh well, what are you gonna do? But yeah, back to what I was saying. You know, there's definitely universal laws in this world. So you know, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, like when it comes to marriage and stuff like that, you know, that's why God wants people to, you know, be within the confines of marriage because He's, you know, when God tells us to do stuff, it's because it's for our own good. You know, and I tend to repeat myself in these videos, like not this video, but other past videos I've done for you. I've already said this where you know, God isn't just some angry parent that demands perfection. Hang on. Because he's not angry because I mean once you accept Christ, oh, are you kidding me? Hang on, Mackenzie. I swear I need to drink more water or something. Um, but yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons that, you know, that's what grace is all about because once you've, you know, truly repented and you've given your life to Christ, you know, and you've made him your Lord, which means, you know, you'll get to know him and he'll come in and do, give you give you the desires. Like if he wants you to do something, he'll give you the desire to do it. You won't have to worry about running around and doing stuff that he wants you to do, under your own, like whether you want to do it or not. That's pretty much what religion is. Whatever theology that the religion might revolve around, that's pretty much what religion is. It's just kind of do, and there's really no, even if the person has a desire to do it in the beginning, people get burnt out from religion because it's just like there's no rest, there's no nothing, and all that stuff. And um in a relationship with God, God calls us to rest. It's just a lot of people don't know how to rest. That could be a process because like I said before, we all have this religious mindset, which means, you know, we all want to take control of the situation. We want to take control. And God just kind of keeps having to, push people back. That can be a process, and sometimes it's longer than it is for others. But, you know, so, but yeah, I mean, so that's what grace, pretty much what grace is. Um, once you accept, once you make amends with God, the way He did on the cross, then you're under grace, and so now you're no longer under condemnation. He's no longer angry at you because that was taken care of. That's what that whole thing was pretty much about. Well, one of the main things is it's all take. That's when it's finished. He's no longer mad. Now, not now, not only and because he's not mad anymore. Now you're under all the grace that you need. Some people need more grace than others, but you know what? It doesn't matter how much grace you need because it's there and it never ends. So that's why I say, it's not there to be taken advantage of. It's there in case you need it. So, let me see here. Created everything there is, nothing exists that he didn't make. Life itself was in him. This is verse 4. I'm gonna sit there and read it from 1 to 4 again, just so it all makes sense, Alright, let me see. In the beginning the word already existed. He was with God and he was God. He in verse 2 says he was in the beginning with God, because like verse 1 says he is God. Verse 3, he created everything there is. Nothing exists that he didn't make. Now this is where, this is verse 4. I don't think I read this to you yet. I didn't. At least not today. Maybe I did in some other video. I don't know, but whatever. We'll just do it again. Life itself was in him, and this life gives light to everyone. Maybe I did read that. Did I read that? I think I did read that. I definitely did read that. Yeah, like I said, I don't think I really explained it the way I understand it. Life itself is in him, like life, like kind of like I said, once you experience, or once you accept him and what he did at the cross, then he gives you life. You cross over from death to life. So you basically, it's kind of like this room in here. Let's say it's dark. I walk in here and I plug the light in. It goes from darkness to light. It doesn't take time. Right away. But see, that's not that's the best example anybody could pretty much give anybody else. But like I said, it's a process. You're not going to see results right away in a lot. It takes time. It's not just some overnight quick fix like walking into Mickey D's and getting some lunch in under 5 minutes. It's a lifelong process. And the way to abide in Christ